What up guys, today we're going to do the house tour video. I'm just going to go through the inside and the outside of the house and go through a few bills and how much things cost to run this place. So let's get right into it. Well, okay guys, here it is, the house tour. I'm going to kick you up on the outside here. It's in my little soy, which is a tiny little road. It only goes up to there. It's got a couple of houses on the right hand side. We've got one over there on the left, and then there's one also behind me down there at the end. But for me, this is my one. Got a lovely bush on this side. It blocks a lot of privacy, which is what I like, and the same on the other side. So I have a little brick bungalow. It has an asbestos roof, I know, but it is what it is, TIT. But yeah, at the front I have a bit of a garden, not really a garden, but a bush. But it drives a lot of people who sort of drive past or turn around. It blocks them and they can't really see my table and where I'm sitting and stuff like this. So it's quite nice to have a bush out the front. Down here I built a little fire pit. I've had a few fires in there, nothing major, just for show really, but I've had a few little ones in there. The other side we kept the motorbike. It's under the cover, the roof sticks out quite a bit, so it just stays out of the rain because it does rain a lot here. And then we have a little path round to the side, which we go. But as we come in, have a couple of little steps, and then yes, in front of me there is a big red sofa. This was bought to go indoors, but when you sit on it you literally sink to the floor. So it's put outside for the cat really. It's the cat sofa. She sits on it when it rains and it's windy, and she can sort of hide out the rain. It doesn't sort of come in this far. So she sort of commandeered this one, but it's again more for show and more for the cat. So in here we have broom, obviously. Everyone needs washing racks. Again, cat chair, not really me. This side is sort of the messy side. This is sort of a junk chair. Got to clean this sort of stuff up. And down here is just some old bits and pieces and an old sink under there that nobody uses. It is actually really pretty. The surroundings, the woods and things around here. Up behind me, right next to me, all this is bamboo. And this big tree up here is a bitter bean. For the Thai people, love the bitter bean. I put this netting on because it keeps a lot of the leaves and that fall from the trees out, and a bit of privacy as well. But the bit down the side, it just sort of go out to past that tree a bit further out, but I don't really use this bit of the garden, but it's there if I wanted it. But so this side I don't really use too much. It has got the aircon bit, but I don't again really use aircon. I just use the fan. I'll explain that later. So this side we don't really use too much. It's more of a junk side. Obviously up here, washing lines, same on this one. A bit of bush out the front again, just to sort of camouflage my house a little bit. I don't like being all open at the front, so a few bushes is really nice. Like I say, the area is really quiet. It's very peaceful. You can hear is really bugs, and the neighbour's up there building a motorbike at the moment, so he's banging around. But my little chariot, yes, I've got a big hole in the seat. The new one's on order. It's a 125 click. I bought it about 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago, for I think it was 9,000 baht. Probably put 20,000 baht into it, but it's old, but it does what I need it to do. It's not the quickest, but I don't need to drive quick round here. Thai people, they're not the best drivers. They overtake wherever they want. They don't really care. Okay, so coming back this way from the messy side, I have a window at this side. We have the front window next to the big red sofa. This is the important window because this is the window for the cat. Because it gets left open all the time, the cat can go onto the sofa in through the bars and out, so she can get in and out of the house whenever she wants, but nobody else can, which is pretty important around here. So what else at the front? Gas can, I've got to fill that up. That's why it's there, to remind me. This is the bit we spend most of the time, cat scratch bed. This is my chair, the missus' chair, and the cat's little bed on the top. But we spend a lot of time sitting outside in the evenings when she finishes work, just chatting. I do smoke, so I do try and smoke outside. Thailand, it's very hot, so we do need a fan. Yes, it's quite dirty, but cleaning is in the works. And then on this side we have this green thing up. It blocks a lot of the sun during the day and through the window, and it keeps the sun off the telly, which is just in through the window. This side is sort of the back door. We don't use this too much, only when I'm in the kitchen cleaning and I have to go in and out quicker, but it's normally just generally locked. Obviously the ladder and a few Songkran bits. There's the Songkran video coming up. Out the back of my house, again, it's pretty. There's some really cool bushes and plants and stuff. This is sort of from the side door, so it sort of goes out. My next door neighbour's house, Gary and Di, really cool people, just back in Australia at the moment, but they'll be back by the end of September. Then this one, I don't know what this plant is, but it's pretty cool, and I've got a laying down palm tree at the back of my house, which is, they cut it down, it fell down to about there, and then they left it, and it just sort of regrew again, so it's pretty cool. So going back, we do have power outside both sides, and also we have some lighting up here at the back, up there, you can see it up there. So it does light up quite well. I run a wire from this plug socket that goes all the way up across the top beam, comes down the pole here, so I get power at the table. So when I'm sitting here, I do my editing on the YouTube videos on this table, so it's easy to plug everything in, and it's out the way. So a lot of the time I just sort of spend, when we're sitting outside, this is my view, so if I sort of look left, this is what I'm looking at. This is sort of the road down the side of my house, indoors, but we'll get to that next. Outside, looking this way, oh yeah, normally it's not at the moment, but I have a hammock. It is here, but I have an old hammock, but the missus tried to push me with her foot, and she sort of more pushed me than pushed down and ripped the hammock, so we bought a new one. But the rope on this side is basically too short, so if you attach it to the hammock, it's like the hammock's really high, so I need to get a new rope for this side, and thick enough to hold us, and make it a bit longer, so when I do put the hammock up, it's attached that end, it's lower, and the missus can get on it because she's pretty short. Don't say I said that, okay. Again, I've got a bit more washing up here. So towels and bigger stuff are normally up at this side, so a little bit there, and I've got one across here as well. As you can see, the bush does a good job of blocking a lot of the view from people coming in. I have a plastic thing here, but I put it out as a roof, so when it rains, the cat sort of can go out this little bit here if she needs to, because she does not like the rain. And then this one just sort of hangs free, blows in the wind, but it does keep the sun down and the heat down. Today it's not too bad, it's not too sunny, but it is still humid, so that's why the fan's going. So yeah, it's quite a big wraparound porch, but I actually do spend a lot of time out here, and like you say, it's quite peaceful to come out in the morning, have a cup of tea and a smoke when you wake up, and all you can hear is bugs and crickets and the cat meowing, to be honest, for me, but it's very peaceful. So right, let's head indoors, I suppose. Okay, we're going to head inside. We do have mosquito doors. In Thailand we do get mosquitoes, which is a pain, but they're not too bad if you you know the right times to stay out of the way. Okay, so as we're going in, okay, so we're just going to start here at the doorway. So by the door when I come in, I've got the power switches, got a couple of shelves with sunglasses, deodorant, wallet, bits and pieces on it. My dad, rest his soul, up on the shelf. This is the window from earlier where the cat goes in and out, because she needs to be able to get in and out if I'm not here. So this one stays open so she can get in and out. In the corner I just have a chair. This cat normally sleeps on this at night time. As you can see, it's taken over my jumper. And in the mirror, just in the corner, just a little mirror with a table and a light. In the evenings I just use the little lamp. I don't have the big lights on. We have a big king size bed. Oh, I don't know if it's queen size, but I think it's pretty big. And I just have a little bedside table with some more power and another lamp. The wardrobe, it's a big ass wardrobe. Fits a lot of stuff in it. Got a lot of duvets and stuff at the bottom, clothes hanging up, all sorts of bits. I've got a couple of drawers, paperwork and a few knick-knack things, and a few pots of coins. You get lots of coins here in Thailand. It's just one of them things you collect lots of. And at the front of the bed I have a little sofa, as you can see where I sit, and in front of that I have my little table and obviously my TV and my beloved Xbox. Got to have a bit of Xbox when the rainy days and there's no work. It does waste a bit of time for you. It's great. So yeah, I just normally just sit down here in the evenings. I've got my TV in front of me, my Xbox, obviously anything I need on the table. The view, I've got normally the cats outside in the evenings outside just chilling, but this is basically what I see from sitting down on my bed. And then the other way we just have the kitchen. This is where we're going to go now. So the kitchen's quite bright because I painted it yellow. It's just a basic kitchen. Just got tea bags, cat food, bin bags, knives, forks, pots, pans, that sort of thing. Over here I put the cooker. I don't cook too often. Normally eat out. It's pretty cheap to eat out here. I do boil eggs, and if the power goes out we can use it to boil water. Cups of tea. I'm British, so we love a cup of tea. Sugar, tea bags, kettle, very important here. For me in the kitchen I have a little window. Out the back is that palm tree from earlier. Sorry about the graining on the mosquito net. But as you can see, it's just sort of decided to grow again. And this side there's another one growing just here. Oh, again, graining. Which would be pretty cool when it's big. I just have a basic little side sink and draining board. Down here I've got bags and things like carrier bags, rubbish bags. In here some old stuff, toasters, kettles, old things, just storage really. Over this side is just again a bit of storage for another fan, another TV, the cat bed, or a box that if she needs to go to the vet, we need a carry case, and obviously your fridge. Don't really use the fridge too much, mainly for drinks. Don't really have much food in there because we eat out. The missus bought me some Ferrero Rocher and a Twix, so love her for that, and just some spare cups and stuff. The bathroom, it's just a bathroom, okay. It's got a toilet, sink, mirror, and a hot water shower. Again, I painted it yellow, but yeah, it's just a shower really. So from the bathroom, the kitchen looks a bit like this. The fridge is on the right here, and it's just long and thin basically. And then when you come into the lounge, obviously you come in up the bed, wardrobe, you can either chill here, but most of the time when we're at home, I'm either outside with working or outside with the missus just chatting. So back outside, Pepper's asleep, we're just chilling. I'm going to get the hammock sorted today, that's one of my jobs. I've got a bit of work to do. But it is my birthday today, so I'm actually not doing too much. I'm going to have a little bit of editing here, but they probably won't go out this video until tomorrow. So sorry about that, but I've got other things I have to do today as well. But yeah, so it's just a little tour of inside and outside my house. It's nothing major. I've just got an outside bit, a bedroom, dining lounge, kitchen and bathroom, just like most people. But we'll go through a few little things, how much I pay and stuff like that, okay? Okay, so we've had a look around the house and inside the house. It's not a massive house, it's a small bungalow in the woods. It's really for one person, for me. It's perfect for me and the cat. If you wanted to get a separate bedroom or more bedrooms, obviously the price will go up, but I'll go into that in a second. So when I first moved here, this house was about £7,000 plus bills, which works out in English money about £195 a month, which is still pretty cheap compared to what I was paying back in England. It was still way quarter the price. So I moved in. I was in here a few years before the COVID thing hit. When COVID hit, the landlord actually put the price down for all of us. So it went from 7,000 baht a month to plus bills to 5,000 baht all in, which was great because nobody had work at the time. There was no customers. Things were very quiet, so that helped out a lot. Obviously after COVID though, she decided to put the rent back up. So, but for me it wasn't too bad because she said to me that I can basically pay the 5,000 baht but plus the bills. So it's about 6,500. So I now pay 6,500 Thai baht per month for this house, which works out £150 English. But it's more the area I pay for, the trees around, the grass, the no traffic, the no cars, peace of mind that the cat has an area that she can stay in and not worry about any traffic or roads or things like that. Plus it's really peaceful here. You just hear bugs, crickets, birds, chickens, the cat. It's very relaxing over here, and I'm literally on my motorbike. It's about 3 or 4 minutes, maybe 5 minutes to the centre of town, so it's not far away, but it still feels a different world and not busy and lights and loud and stuff like that. So I love living here, and I pay, like I say, 6,500 Thai baht a month for this house. That includes my electric, my internet and the water. Internet I pay roughly around, we all pay about 600 baht a month roughly, but we get really good internet. It's about 600, 700, 800 megabytes, so it's pretty fast. Again, I have an Xbox, so I like online gaming, so I need good internet, so this is all perfect for me. Sometimes it gets slow, but same with everywhere really. And in Thailand we do get a lot of storms here, especially at low season, a lot of rain, a lot of wind. They blow a lot of trees down and the power lines, and that means the internet goes out. It's not all fibre optic under the ground like Western countries. Here they still use cables and bits and pieces, so yeah, it's not that advanced over here. So we do have sometimes the internet goes out or the power goes out, but they're pretty quick on fixing things up. The house next to me is a little bit more than mine because it has a separate bedroom. They actually pay around about 10,000 baht plus bills, I think. And the one past that, which is 2 bedroom, she pays 13,000 baht plus bills. So depending, if you're a couple, an older couple that are coming over here or want to retire or find somewhere, you can pay anywhere between, say, 10,000 baht to 20,000 baht, anywhere between 200, 400 £1 a month, and you can get an amazing house for this price. For what you pay in England, it is silly difference out here. A friend of mine built a villa for 3 million baht. A lot of other friends said he could have built it for 1.5, 2 million, but he said he built 3 million, which is not that much in English money. It's about £80,000 or so. You could build a house here, a villa with a pool, wrap-around fence, all the palm trees, for stupidly cheap. If you had a house back home that it's worth a bit of money, if you want to sell it, you can spend 50 to 100,000 pound of that money, and you could build an amazing villa here in Thailand, and then live out your days easy, not paying rent, not paying mortgage, just chilling on the beach. So it is very good in that way. It is very cheap to live out here. Water doesn't really cost anything. It's peanuts. It's like 40-50 baht a month. The electric, it all depends on your area. It goes by the units. I think here is 4 baht a unit. Some places are more expensive. You'll pay 6 baht a unit. So obviously the more you use, the higher your bill's going to be. Here I don't actually use the aircon, because that is one thing that does make your electric bill go up. So if you have your own house and you're having to pay all your own bills, then my electric without internet, without aircon, is about 750 baht. But with aircon, it's 2,500 baht. There's a big difference if you use aircon. It does drain a lot of the electric and does make the bills go up every month. Prices always differ depending on whereabouts you stay. If you want to stay right next to the beach or right near the beach, you're going to pay more money. The closer you get to the beach, basically the rent goes up. But normally on the beaches you just get the shops and things like that. They pay stupid amounts of rent to rent the shop. But housing wise, you want to live a little bit away from the beach. I live probably 4-5 kilometers from the actual Onang beach. So it takes me probably 5, 6, 7 minutes to drive down the motorbike. So it's not far, but it's pretty close. But if you want to go, say, Phuket, it's going to be more expensive. You're going to pay more money for housing there. Bangkok as well. It's a busy city. If you go to Bangkok, you pay a lot for a condo, or if you want something like mine, which is separate from somewhere else, you're going to pay a lot more. So it all depends which area you're going to stay in. But I can only really speak for Krabi and Onang, because I've only never lived in Onang. So the Krabi prices I know, but other places, if you wanted to stay, may vary. I think Chiang Mai is quite cheap up north if you want to do that, but from where we are, I can only tell you what I pay and what I know other people pay. The average price for a half decent place around here is anywhere between 8 and 15,000 baht, which is anywhere between, say, £180 to £250, £300. £250, £300, you'll be getting a real nice place for that. But it all depends again on your budget. If you can sell a house, or you're a bit older and you want to retire here, you sell a house, move over, find a bit of land, build a house, and basically live off your pension and whatever else you have left in the bank from the house that you sold. You're going to live a great life for the rest of your life. It's an amazing country. It is absolutely stunning. The national parks, there's waterfalls. I go to work every day, I pass elephants. Like, who does that? But there's crazy things here. Wild monkeys, lizards on the road. There are other animals, scorpions, snakes, things like that. But again, depends where you are and the situation, really. But pricing is basically what you can afford. You can afford a cheap place like me. It's not small, but it's pretty cheap. But I have been here a while, and I was in the house quite a few years before I got this discount and things like that. So I didn't just move into a cheap house and things like that. The rent went down for me, luckily. But it all depends on your budget. Say if you are in England, I pay £1,000 a month, but here I'm paying 150. So I live here 7 months for the price of 1 month in England. So if you look at it like that, it seems a bit crazy, but it's what's in your budget. If you can spend 30,000 baht a month on a house, blimey, you could have a 4-bedroom mansion for that, with pool and gates and all sorts of stuff. So your money does go a long way on that here. What else is there? If you want to have internet for yourself and not have to share with anybody else, internet you have to basically buy for the year. Because you're a foreigner and you want to have internet at your house, you have to go to the shop and tell them that. They will give it to you, but they will only sell you 1 year, because they don't want you just to stay 1 month and disappear. So, and you have to pay for that whole year internet up front. So you go in there, it's about 12 to 15,000 baht for a year. You pay them the money, they send the boys to your house, set everything up, and book you're off for a year. But yeah, they won't just do it month by month. You'd have to do it on your phone. You couldn't have house internet unless you do the actual plan for a year. That's how they work it here. Okay, so we've been through the outside of the house, the balcony here, and indoors. It's not a massive house. It's just starting to rain now. I don't know if you can hear that. And I've gone through the prices and how much things cost for me here. And it obviously averages out depending on how big you want a house, which area. There's many different factors. But if you're coming to Thailand and you're wanting to live here and look at this area, tell me what area that you're looking for, tell me a budget that you have, and I'll see if I can have a look around and see if there's any nice places, and maybe send you some copies before you even come here. Or if you have any other questions, let me know. Okay, I'm going to sign off. Sorry this home video's taken so long, but I've been waiting. Days have been rubbish with the weather, the lighting and all the rest of it. So, and it's my birthday today, so I'm going to try and finish editing this video and get it out to you as soon as possible. But any people that have subscribed this league, I so much appreciate this. It's a new channel, and every subscriber and every like and every share really goes a long way for me to grow my channel. Obviously I've only started this channel probably 5 days ago. I'm trying to post every day, but realistically that's pretty much impossible because you have to do a lot of filming and editing. If I put a video out every single day, the editing and the video quality is just going to go down. So I'm aiming to at least do 2 or 3 videos a week. For the videos, I want to average anywhere between 10 and 25 minutes. I'm not to do massive longer videos because I understand people get bored. If I'm going out somewhere or doing something special and I'm just rolling, then yeah, I will make the video a bit longer. But general videos are going to be anywhere between 10 and 20 minutes, okay? Somewhere in the middle, so by the time you get too bored, we're going to be near to the end. So guys, for now, please take care, be safe, stay well, and hopefully see you in the next video. Peace.